Hi guys, so finally I'm now going to film my HeadKandy hair extensions and how I put them in. If you haven't already seen, then I have previously done a video on what they look like when they come in the box and all the instructions. So I'm just going to quickly run through that if you haven't already seen that. My extensions come from HeadKandy and they come in a box like this. I bought them about a year ago now, so they are just near enough a year old. When they come in a nice little packet with some little guides and booklets on how to put them in. So to start with, if you're not sure on how to put extensions in, then I would recommend getting these just so you can see their online tutorials and also read the booklet on how to put them in. The first time I put them in, I was a bit unsure where to put them, and oh god, it was quite a mess. But it kind of just takes practice. The more you put them in, the easier it gets. So I'm just going to show you mine. Mine, I think, come in the Californian highlights. I've dyed them a few times now, so they look like this. I'm trying to see whether that's coming out. They're not exactly the same colour as my hair anymore because I've just come back from being kind of a darkish brown. So they're not identical, but I've had so many requests asking me if I could show you how I put them in that I thought, well, the colour doesn't matter too much because it's just a tutorial, so hopefully you don't mind that it's not identical to my actual hair. So also I've got questions about me layering my hair extensions. I think I said in the previous video that normally they just come like in the different inches and lengths. Mine were the 22 inch, which when you first put them in they're fine, but after a while I did think they looked a bit fake because they were a bit too long, and also I needed them to be blended into my hair because, as you can see, I have got layers around the front and around the back. So instead of taking them to a hairstylist, I actually did layer them in myself. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you don't really know what you're doing because they are quite a lot of money if you mess it up, so it would probably be easiest if you did go to a hairstylist and just ask them how much it would be to get them cut into your own hair, especially if you do have layers, because it can be quite tricky to do it yourself. So as you can see, this one, I've layered it this side, so I've got like set pieces which go to the sides of my head and around the back. So I've sectioned out into my clips all the 2-piece clips. Falling apart. So these are all the 2-piece clips, and then all the wefts of 3-piece clips and 4-piece clips. So these are all the chunkier ones. And as you can see, that's just from how many? 3 sections of hair, and that looks so thick. So I really do love my HeadKandy extensions. So like, if you want to see me talk about them more, please check out my video before you look at this one. This is just a follow-on to how I put them in. So if when I put my hair extensions in, sometimes I back comb after I've put in every clip, sometimes I don't. It kind of depends on whether my hair has just been freshly washed or whether I'm going out or whether I kind of want a bit more volume. So today, and normally what I use is, you need a brush. I use my Volgetti paddle brush just because if I am back combing, I find this the easiest thing to back comb with. I know a lot of people use combs, but I don't really get on with combs when back combing, so this is my Volgetti brush, paddle brush. So that's my brush. You're going to need a clip to section. I just use this clip. Normally I have a proper hairdresser's clip, but I've misplaced it as always. So, and just a mirror, just so if you're kind of sitting and looking in the mirror behind you, you can see what you're doing. And also some hairspray just to finish off, or if you are back combing. I'm using the Tresemme Salon Finish hairspray. So, to start with, you're just going to brush through your hair just to make sure it's got no knots in it, so it's easier to put the clips in. And then what I do is I start sectioning my hair off. So I take, kind of put your fingers near the tops of your ears, and just underneath that I make my first line, which I take the bottom piece of hair. So it should look like this. I hope you can see that. And then I fix this up with my clip. And then, because all my pieces of wefts are individually cut to my hair, I have to then cycle through them all to try and find which one is the bottom piece. If you've watched my video before, you'll actually see that HeadKandy hair extensions come numbered. Hopefully you can see that. So when you follow the instructions in their booklet of where to put them, there is a guide. So number 1 might be at the bottom, 2 at the side, 3 at the side, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mine were like this until I cut them myself, so I don't actually follow like the rule book, as they would say. So I kind of just find the ones that have been layered, which is sometimes quite hard because I've just washed them as well, so they are a bit all over the place. So that is the bottom piece, so I just brush that out. I have straightened my hair extensions just so they're straighter and easier to go into my hair. Normally I have them a bit curled or a bit wavy just to break it up a bit. So it has 2 clips on the hair extension, which look like this. So you just make sure they're unclipped, which mine already are. And then I kind of make sure there's no wispy bits falling down. And right at the top of the hairline, I just gently clip it in, like that. And that's the first bit in. Then I have to section my hair again, and I normally go about a finger's width above it. So again, just feeling with your fingers. I just kind of measure with my fingers whereabouts the last piece was that I put. So again, I've put it about a finger's width above the last clip. And clip that up again. And then after that, I use a 3 piece. So I've got one of my 3 pieces, I'm just going to brush that through. And this has got the 3 clips on. So it's a bit wider for your head, that's why you're working your way up through your head. So I'm just going to clip this in. It is a bit more difficult on short hair, because as you can see, probably my layers are falling out of the clip and falling into it. So you may need to use some more clips just to kind of fasten loose bits of hair so it doesn't fall into what you're doing. And then next is another one of my 3 clips. This is actually the quad weft, which I mentioned in my last video. It's 3 clips, but it's got like 4 pieces of hair sewn into one weft, so it looks like this. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's extra thick, like you can probably see how thick that is, and that just gives you volume in the back and hides your natural hair. So that is like a definite must, especially like with HeadKandy hair extensions. That's what I love about them, the quad weft. I couldn't go without having the quad weft now, because I just love how much volume it gives in the back. So and then again, I just use a finger's width apart from the last clip and clip this one in. I would advise back combing before you put this clip in normally, because it is quite heavy, because it's got 4 wefts, so you might need a bit more hold on this. I'm not actually going out after I've done these hair extensions, so I'm not going to back comb today, but usually I would do, so I'm just saying, so if you were going to do that, you'd know the same. So I now clip this one in, so that should look all in place. Hopefully you can see this. I can't actually really see what I'm doing. I've got a mirror kind of here-ish, but it's quite far away, so hopefully it's not too bad. And then depending on how far up your head you're getting with your clips, my hair is quite thin at the back, so I'm just going to check whether you can see any of the clips that I've just put in. No, they're all well hidden. So sometimes I might leave the last 3 clips to the right at the end, because sometimes if you put the clips and the wefts too far up your head, they can stick through, and that's like very fake. You can definitely steal the clips then. So then I'm onto the sides. As you can see, I've got a bit of the hair coming down here now. So I section just above my ears. Again, this depends on really where your layers are. It just takes experience in kind of knowing when your layers are and really knowing where to put your hair extensions in. So I'm just looking for the right layers for the right side. I don't want to put the left side of my head layers on the right side. So this is the first layer. As you can see, it's quite long here because I've got long layers here. So I've cut it so it's like longer into my hair. So also I would definitely back comb around the sides because as I say, like, the hair is thinner, so you do need a bit more extra hold. But I'm not going to do that today because I'm not going out anywhere and I'm going to be taking them out straight after this video. So I'm actually not going to back comb. And I put them normally as close to the edge of my hairline as I can. So it looks like this. Just so you can blend in, just stand up, so you can blend in like the edge of your hair. I'm going to zoom out a bit so you can see. So that's that layer in, and then I usually go a bit above this because my layers on the top are quite long, so I've cut in layers kind of for in between that. So that's for the left side. And here's the shortest one. So the shortest layer is here, which I've cut, and then that just goes down. So this is for the last one on this side. I didn't think these hair extensions actually match, but they're actually not a bad match. I think they're pretty much the same, they're just a tad bit darker. But as you can see, that's near enough near the top of my hairline. And then just let your hair down, kind of brush that in place. But just make sure you don't brush any of the clips out. So as you can see, that is pretty much seamless. You can't really see any of my hair or the clips. So that's the first side. And then we're going to do the same with the other side. So my layers are a bit shorter on this side. I've got the side piece here. So you have to take extra care when you're putting it in on certain sides because your layers may be a bit shorter like mine. And you may need to clip them a bit more down because I don't have as much hair on this side because I've got a side part in. So I'm going to clip your hair up again. And this is the longer layer, so I'm going to take this one first and I'm going to clip it just above my ear. So it looks like this. And then you're going to kind of frazzle that out with your fingers a bit. And then just making sure that it can't be seen, slightly above that one, you're just going to put the last piece in. I think I said in my last video, I don't use the full set of HeadKandy. I find you really don't need to. There's more than enough wefts in their kit. So sometimes you get the little one-piece ones. I don't feel the need to use any of them. It's just so thick and so silky that I only use, how many have I used? Probably about 7 or 8 of the wefts that were actually in the kit. So I'm just going to clip above that one. Make sure it's all in tight. And then let down my hair again. So sometimes on my left side I might feel the need to back comb a bit because it is sitting a bit more flatter than my right side, just because I've got my fringe and more hair this side. So I'm just going to lightly back comb this. Sometimes I do struggle a bit because the layers on this side are quite small, quite short I should say. So just poof it up a bit there. And if you want, you can put in a one piece because like this bit of fringe here is quite short, but because if you put in a one piece it would be slightly noticeable, so I usually just leave that to frame my face. If I had a clip right here you would be able to see it because the hair is quite thin, so I don't usually put any clips in there. So if I move back so you can all see, I've now got I think 8 wefts in now. It's really silky and hopefully you can't see any of the clips. Another thing I like to do with my hair, just to kind of get this piece out the way, is I will take a bit of the side section twirl it round, or sometimes plait it if I can be bothered, and just put it to the side so it looks like you're pulling a bit of hair back. So this is my video on putting them in. I'll be doing videos on how I style them, so like how I curl them, and just kind of general hairstyles. I don't do that much with my hair extensions because I'm just too scared of ruining them because they cost me so much money. But I do like to curl them on a night out. I do like beehives, things like that really. So I'll just let you see the back. As you can see, like a little bit of my natural hair is sticking out, but I don't usually have all of my hair round to the front, so that's what it looks like from the side. Around the back. And then I also do back comb the top of my crown just to give it a bit of lift, and it also hides the clips at the back if there are any, so just gives it a bit more lift, and makes it a bit more voluminous style because you have got more hair now. And I just think it generally looks nicer. I like having my hair a bit back combed. So hopefully that should all be covered. So this time I haven't actually used one of the 3 wefts that I usually do, which is this one. Usually it depends on my hair, so like today I've literally just come out of the salon, had it cut, washed and blow dried, so it's quite thin and fresh, so it doesn't actually really need the whole setting. So I haven't used this one, and to be honest I don't really think it needs it today, whereas other days I might put this one in. It really depends on where I place them. So I'll move right back so you can see what it looks like. This is my hair extensions. It generally just does look part of my hair. I love my extensions. I don't wear them as much as I would like to. That's probably just because it does take quite a lot of time to get them in place, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed my video of my hair extensions, and if you did, please subscribe below. I would love you to watch my future hair extension videos. If you have any questions about the colour, what I've dyed them with, anything really. Any styles you want me to try out, I will try my best. I'll be showing you soon how I do waves with my hair using a babulous wand, and what other styles I do with them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!